yo, bro, like you take a scoop of protein powder, shake that up. It's cheaper and literally better macros than the Remington James bar. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrew Goldman, Step by Step Fitness. Today I'm jumping into the Remington James beef. I want to give you guys my own 2 cents of how I feel about the situation. I'm pretty sure if you click this video, you know what's going on, but I want you guys to break it into two different things that's actually going on. Number one, he's a recipe stealer, and number two, the Anabars are trash. Those are the two allegations going on in the anabolic community. Now let me paint a picture of the timeline and how I see it. We're going to start with that he's a recipe stealer. In my opinion, Ethan Harold started this with his video, A Message to Remington James. In Ethan's video, he points out that Rem doesn't really give credit to other creators and that his recipes are getting boring. He's just kind of like tweaking a couple of ingredients and calling it a new recipe. And I think this is what opened the door for the next video that came out that was very, very important. Nick's Exercise for Cheat Meals video, which explicitly shows that Remington definitely copies recipes, or at least has copied recipes in the past. Now, when this happened, Remington made a response, and it was what they call a sorry not sorry. Hey, I was young, dumb, naive, I did it, but I'm not sorry. I'm not getting up here and apologizing to you. That's the first round. On top of that, Iron Musket, Josh made a video, which in my opinion is a really great video to watch. If you're going to watch any of these, I actually recommend Josh's Caught with His Pants Down, because all these videos dive into the other videos. They're all like a video of a reaction of a video of another video of a video, if you know what I mean. So here's my theory behind all the recipe stealing. I'm going to say at first I was like, all right, let the guy live. Like, who really cares if you're stealing recipes? You know what I mean? Like, in a cookbook, if you see any cookbook for like pasta carbonara, it's just a recipe that's been around for thousands of years. So, you know, it's not that messed up that Remington is just like stealing recipes. That's kind of how I was feeling about it at first. But the more I thought about it, if he's actually going onto a channel, looking up the recipe, and then step by step taking it, and then posting it and calling it his own, it's a little bit different because it's like direct income to him through YouTube advertisements. He has his brand expanding off someone else's back. I think you have to give credit where credit is due. But the problem with Remington is he's taking creators' original recipes and then just reposting them and giving them no credit and acting like he came up with it. He admitted that he used to steal recipes, but that he doesn't anymore. And then Nick's video kind of shows that, no, dude, you're still stealing recipes now. So I think really what happened is when he was a smaller channel, he was reviewing recipes and didn't think it was that bad. And now he doesn't want to go back and seem like he was always stealing like every single recipe. So he's not admitting that he's actually stealing recipes now. He just went down this wrong path. So I think he's like really subconscious and he's like, is everyone going to hate me if, you know, I admit that like I'm getting a lot of inspiration from people and I'm more like a recipe reviewer and here are my favorite recipes like in my cookbook? That's what I think the Iron Musket did a great job of in his response. Remington caught with his pants down. So if you're going to watch any of these videos, I recommend just starting with Josh's because it goes back and forth between everyone's videos. When it comes to recipe stealing, it's messed up. I think he went down the wrong path and he's a little bit self-conscious, so he doesn't want to double back. And the most messed up part is just shout out. Just give the shout out. Every one of my videos, of course, has like the creator in the thumbnail. And I'm a small channel, so I basically latch on to bigger channels to try to give me views. So I think Rem thinks he's probably a little bit better than other people because he's a bigger channel. So he's like, yo, if I want to steal from Exercise for Cheat Meals 10,000 subs, he could go F himself. If that wasn't enough for you, number one, the recipe allegations, Remington's in more hot water when it comes to his Anabars. People are saying they're too high in fat, they have too much sugar, they're too high in calories overall. Now, the whole reason this came out is because Coach Greg dropped a sorry not sorry Anabar review. And it was a catty move. He was kind of playing a joke on the sorry not sorry Remington James apology. That's why Coach Greg called that video Sorry Not Sorry Anabar Review. So Coach Greg basically goes into detail about the Anabar, saying how it's not great for someone on a diet. It's 270 calories. It's not going to keep you that full. It's only 30% protein, and kind of rips Rem apart a little bit. He's fair in a way. He calls it like a bulking bar, and he says, I wouldn't recommend it to my client. Remington makes a reaction. And then Nick, Exercise for Cheat Meals, has another video kind of going step by step calling the Anabar trash and how it's not worth the macros and all this stuff. Okay, so I just want to show you guys that when they do all these comparisons of the Anabar versus these other bars, I'm going to cliffbuildersbar.com and I just want to show you guys that it's 280 calories and 21 grams of protein for this bar. And then when we switch to the Anabar, I'm showing it right here on my screen, it's 270 calories and 21 grams of protein. So just take a step back, guys. There are plenty of protein bars that have similar or worse macros to Remington's bar. You got to give him some credit. He had the balls to have a vision, have a marketing campaign, make a protein bar, and push it out into the market. Now, the part that Coach Greg is pretty freaking right on is the sad part, is that he just shouldn't have called it the Anabar, because Ana means anabolic. And yes, it is not really an anabolic protein bar because it's just kind of too high in calories. Like, it's right on that like verge, but like most protein bars are like 200-ish calories and his is 270. So if you count your calories and you love this bar, of course you can fit it in. Of course you can cut weight. If your maintenance is 2,500 and you want to eat 2,000 a day, you can fit in this 270 calorie bar. I can't imagine you saying, well, I can only fit in a 200 calorie, but not a 270 calorie. Now, I just want to show you guys, if most bars are 200 calories, I'm not messing with you. This is 70 calories. Done. So that's what most people are arguing about. That's really the calorie difference. If this bar was 200 calories, no one would complain about it at all. It's the main thing people are harping on is that it has the word Ana in it. So it's anabolic bar. The protein's like not that high compared to the calories. There's too much fat in it. There's like natural sugar in it instead of artificial sugar. People are like hating on them, saying, yo, it's a crap bar. Why would you buy it? It's $3 a bar. Like, I could go buy a bar for $1.50. You guys got to give the man some credit. Like I was saying before, he thought of a product. He had the balls to go to a company, get it manufactured, get it packaged, put up a website. That is not easy stuff. Everyone sits back and is like, yeah, like the bar's trash, it's overpriced. You're comparing it to bars that Costco sells, one of the biggest corporations in the world. If you've loved this channel for years, but like let's say you don't want the cookbook or whatever, maybe you support him with the Anabar. Yeah, guys, it's 70 calories more than other bars, but this is where I think it's ridiculous. And like, I don't think Rem is lying to anybody. He gets up on the camera and he's like, guys, like I gained 10 pounds from these bars. They're highly addicting. And he's like, you know, he's like, these bars are the best bars you'll ever taste. I bet they are literally amazing. And he says, he gets into the calories. He's like, yeah, like they're higher in calories or whatever, but we wanted to, you know, add natural sugar instead of artificial sweetener. So like, what's he supposed to do? Like, the bar's already made. He's going to promote his product. It's not like they're like some 400 calorie bars, which look up the Fit Crunch bar, guys. The Fit Crunch bar, I think, is 400 calories. Everyone's being a little hard on this guy. He's an independent type guy. He's not a big corporation. The bar's macros, although they're not amazing, they're not terrible. Exercise for Cheat Meal's most recent video, Flip Flop, I think is very unfair because what he does at the end is he takes these Fruity Pebbles and he puts milk and protein powder. And he's like, look, guys, this is less calories than the Anabar and has more protein. Bro, Will Tennyson has apple fritters that are 520 calories, 40 grams of protein, and absolutely delicious. It's whatever floats your boat. You can go to a restaurant and be like, why would I go to this restaurant? It's $40. I could just go to another restaurant for $20. Like, you guys sound like little idiots when people say that. Like, that's my least favorite freaking complaint in the world. Like, yo, bro, like, you take a scoop of protein powder, shake that shit up. It's cheaper and literally better macros than the Remington James bar. Guys, everybody knows that protein powder is cheaper and better macros mixed with water than most protein bars. Protein bars fill you up and are convenient and taste good. So he made a protein bar. People like it. It's a little bit high in calories. It's a little bit high in fat, but some people like having a little bit more fat. So I don't understand the Remington bar beef that much, except for he used the word Ana in it. He shouldn't have called it Anabar. He should have just called it like the Remington James bar. I just think it's toxic that people think that like 70 calories is going to make or break you. And like the 70 is arguable, guys, because people might be already eating like 230 calorie bars. And this is a little bit higher. All right, so I'm not going to lie. Like, my head is spinning from that because I watched like an hour of the anabolic beef before that. So I really just wanted to step in here because I had my own 2 cents. I thought I could kind of like summarize what was going on, but maybe I made it more confusing for people. But those are the 2 things. You got the recipe stealing, which I basically said is messed up. He should give more credit to people. The Anabars, I said on one hand, yes, Coach Greg has a good point that technically they're not super anabolic. But I still think it's a slippery slope to be obsessed over 70 calories. You can still make your calories work, of course, and Remington's not trying to hide and say that it's a low-calorie bar. So that's really my opinion on the Remington beef going on. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, peace.